It's raining. If you listen carefully, you can hear the raindrops come down. I know you like that. All my bushes are thick, aren't they? But honestly, the grass needs this rain. It really needs it. It looks terrible. The ground's so hard. Thank you. So here I am. This would normally be packed full of walkers, but as you can see in the distance, in fact you can hardly see Vienna. I can just see it, the camera can't see it. It's clearing up. There was sun on the walk up for about 3 minutes, but one group has got here, as you can hear, and it looks to me, by the voices and the accents, everybody pretending to speak English, like somebody from lots of international organisations here. People that don't really have a proper job, you know, they're sent by their countries. It's an international thing where XYZ country has to send 30 delegates because that's their proportion, and they stay here. Sometimes they stay here for 3 or 4 decades. You know, they spend their whole working life here, although working life is in inverted commas. I used to know a lot of people in the international atomic energy. That's one of the many international organisations here, and I can honestly not say that they had a proper job. And they got spectacular pay, and it was tax-free, and it was a little bit annoying. And I've actually moved from my first table because it was next to where the group was, and they were too bloody noisy, and I wanted to get away. And now they seem to have come up and standing next to me. It's unfortunate. I came here for peace and quiet. I'm obviously not going to get it. Sorry, I meant to take a picture when it arrived, and I forgot. So, as my favourite, I have it every time I come here, I think. So it's called saure Wurst, and it's slices of sausage, not salami. It's soft sausage. I think is it Krakow or something like that. I'm not quite sure. Or I mean, it's almost like Spam anyway. And they put onions on it, chopped onions, and a bit of oil and a bit of vinegar. I like it when they put a lot of vinegar on. Today they put more oil than vinegar, and they give you this sort of country bread, brown. Very dry, but very nice, and I'm sure very healthy. And this is the walk back to my house. It's a different. I go up one route and back another. And this is amazingly how overgrown it is. It isn't normally as narrow as this, with the leaves and that growing over the path. And this part is a little bit flat. The part I've just come down is extremely steep, and in winter, I tell you, it's absolutely hair-raising ice and snow, and because it's so uneven, and there are stones and earth, and yeah, exciting. And the other interesting thing is what I see ahead of me. Well, you don't see anything, and that's exactly the point, because this area here is home to countless blue tits, long-tailed tits, great tits, coal tits, and the rest of it. And like in my garden, there's nothing this year. They were very, very badly hit by the way winter was. The winter was long, and spring was late, and a certain type of insect, or groups of insects, which the tit family depend on for bringing up the next generation, hatching, just didn't come until much, much later, by which time the young fledglings had perished. And I read this story about England, and it looks as if it was the same here. So I'm back down, level with where the house is, got down the path, and I can still hear the noise they're making. Well, of course, everybody's got a right to enjoy it the way they want to enjoy it, and why should I be a party pooper? I mean, from my point of view, it's a pity because the woods are so pleasant because they're so quiet. And then you get this raucous international crowd, as I say, all of them pretending to speak English, but it's not an English that I appreciate, and it's very limited. Very limited. Anyway, so you know me, I moan about everything. I've found something new to moan about now. Grumpy old man. Carpaccio, Vorspeisenauswahl und a salad. I don't know what it is, but
Rucola.
whatever that is. And apparently we're the only three having a Vorspeise. And sauce, tartar sauce, tartar. So this is your actual sea bass on a risotto with mushrooms. This is that polenta or what is it?
Yeah, I think
But very nice looking prawns, even though we're about 1,000 miles from the sea. And Robin's got a salad. Anything special about the salad, Robin?
it's a salad.
But very nice garnelen. Just cutting the tails off now. And this is polenta with mushrooms.
Yes, really good.
Yeah. And this is the same as Robin's got. How about this then? The divide doesn't look like this, does it? My goodness me. It started about 30 minutes ago and it just got worse and worse. We dragged the table further and further away from the edge. We were against that edge there. And you see, we were in that corner over there and we just got washed out. So we're coming inside now. This is inside. Rather nice, isn't it?